Hey guys, welcome back to Economics and Comics. We are going to do a test. This is a special test for the new Gemini shipping box for, more than what a Gemini mailer could do. We've seen the prototype on the channel before, but I am going to use my store as a test subject for the new box. We're going to look at it. I'm going to send out notes to everybody that get like 10 or more 10 to 30 books. I'm going to send them in these new mailers and see what they think about it, because if it works, which I believe it will, I wouldn't be using it if I didn't. It'll be safer. It'll save money on supplies and stuff like that. So this is kind of like an entire video of beginning to end process, okay? All right. So I received my box of 50. It's a pretty big box. It's light though. I'm going to open it up and we're going to see how these things break down. So I've never put one of these together before, so we'll just go through it. This whole video is going to be everything. Me putting it together. I'm going to send, I'm going to insert a paper to everyone receiving these. I want their feedback. It's kind of like doing a short, but I've never done it. Okay, so I'm just getting everything ready. So I look like a complete moron. But so with their new boxes and everything else, they figured out a way to do this thing where you fold it in and all the way around is safe, okay? So here, anyway. Okay? It fits in just like that, okay? So here's the deal. It also comes with these two inserts. So there are two different sizes. There is a modern and a silver, okay? I'll grab a book. This is a silver. I got the silver boxes because the majority of the time I use a silver. So you put a silver in there. It fits in perfectly. Now there's a little gap right here, okay? There's no movement. There's a little gap right here where the lid will close without damaging your books. And then it's super snug tight, right? So there's no movement. Now, after you put in your amount of comics, you put the second thing in, like a sandwich, okay? Now, of course, I wouldn't use this for one book, but like 10 or more I would when it gets past priority flat rate envelope. And then you just put whatever in here to fill so it stays closed. And that's it. You're not bubble wrapping the crap out of everything. There's a bunch of security all the way around. So what I'm going to do this week is, for all my orders, I'm going to send these out to the people that get more than whatever amount of books. And I'll put a little note in there to ask for feedback, because we're talking saving on tape, bubble wrap, supplies, stuff like that. You just get the box, you pack it, you tape it a couple times, and you're done. I think overall, in regard to packing time, you're going to save a crap load of time and shipping product. If you use other boxes, if you're paying for boxes, you're using a bunch of bubble wrap, a bunch of tape, you don't have to use any of that. I would bubble wrap a bunch and then tape the bubble wrap, then put it in a box and make sure the walls are all secure so it doesn't move. This thing is super thick, that's what she said, and strong. And it has the layers in between, and it doesn't move according to what size bag you use, either modern or silver. Of course, I'm using silver. So I'm going to try it out. and we'll get some feedback from my customers, and that'll be the end of this video once we hear what they say. Again, this is from Gemini Comic Supply. You can use code economics10 over there to get 10% off anything. I do. So, but this is the new option. Besides Gemini Mailer, they went up a level and they made a product that's shoebox size. So we'll see what happens, okay? Hey guys, okay, so we've got the results in, and I want to talk about just another 1 or 2 minutes. Look, I think it's important that you guys understand the results and what's going on, and I hope you enjoy this video. If you use the product, I mean, look, a lot of us are buying and selling comics, and for me, with the store now, it's a necessity. I'm used to getting the priority mail flat rate boxes, either the 1095s or the flat rate shoebox medium flat rate boxes, but usually with those medium flat rate boxes, they're so thin that, you know, of course there's bubble wrap inside, but I usually put them inside something else as well. And my problem here as a seller and a store owner is time. Plus doing YouTube, I don't have any. So this has, I think it's like $1.50 or something around there after everything. It's not that expensive per unit. For these, of course, the Gemini mailers are like 30 some cents, which is good for like 1 to 10. But from like 11 to 30 books, there needs to be that option. So for me, I know it saved me on bubble wrap, time, tape, and other expenses. So overall, either it equals or whatever, but I value my time the most. So anyway, yes, you can always get free boxes, of course, from the mail if you don't care, you know, and deal with all that extra time and product, that's fine. But if you want to skip all that, I think after hearing, you know, the replies from the boxes, this is the way I'm going from now on. I can't. The busier and busier I get, the more I want this product, okay? And I already use Gemini regular mailers. I love the option. And I mean, you guys can use modern. I'm sure the box will be smaller too. I use silver because I like the back. So here's the deal. In all those boxes, I sent 10 things. I gave these guys a code to use for helping with the experiment and giving them their feedback. And the feedback was extremely positive. I'm going to tell you everything that really matters. As well as a lot of people message me anyway, just because they wanted to say, dude, these boxes are cool, which is a good sign. So from the people that I asked, okay, 2 out of 10 people had had an issue, okay, which had to do with USPS or UPS, which is normal. One thing, and I'm going to tell you exactly what they said. It's not that big of an issue, but you got it, full disclosure. So the problem here is when these boxes leave our house, I don't care what you put them in, they're going through, you know, assembly lines. They're being dropped by machines. The people that handle these boxes, I personally don't think they care, just because they're doing this every day. It's very physical. It's not, I've done it. I've worked for FedEx. It sucks, okay? But regardless, this is the feedback I've got. Okay, so some of the... Do I have a box? I don't have a box. Well, anyway, the box is super sturdy, okay? So if there was any damage, of course, it would be on a corner from being dropped on a corner. What both the people said was that if it wasn't in that box, the damage would have been much more severe. Now, the 2 people that had complaints, and it wasn't a complaint because they eventually said, I like this box, which is interesting. 1 or 2 comics was damaged, like on the corners. Now, I'm trying to figure out how this exactly worked. Maybe the box was damaged, but when they showed the picture, the box looked okay. The outside was damp. The inside was perfectly fine, though, which is the secret because of the thickness. That's what she said. So, anyway, I'm trying to think maybe because I use silver bags, and I'm really weighing this option here, maybe going to modern. I like silver bags, okay, because it gives a border around the book. And when there's for me. But what that also means is it can move. You know? It can move. So it's possible, even though in the box it's solid and it's not moving, if it goes like that, maybe the books move a little bit. So the other thing is the board on which these people were saying there were damages. The board on the corner was damaged. The board. So the thing is, some of the boards I use do have damage sometimes. It just depends because I get them in bulk. And I'm not going to throw them away because bags and boards are really whatever. But let's just say that the box sustained damage in shipping, which is absolutely normal. But the box protected the majority of the comics, okay? Which is a good sign for me. So even if it was damaged during shipping, during the transfer to their home, the box did save it or damage 1 or 2 comics. So I've had people message, the 2 people, one person said that, but he said overall the box saved it. The other person said something like, I'm looking at it and there was some damage, and then message back later, you know what, there really wasn't any. The box, but the books were fine. Stuff like that. So that's a good sign. The other 8 loved the box. 100% had really good results. And then the other 10 to 15 people that messaged me on top of the test loved the box. What I love about the box, of course, is the time saving. And that's it. And supplies. And saving a little bit extra on extra supplies. Because I go through tape and bubble wrap like you wouldn't believe. But what I also like is that you could reuse the box. I have like stuff put away, which you can't see right now because I've been redoing my room. Like special books are in the box. Or like if you're going to a signing event, you can take it in the box because it's smaller than a shoebox. It's really nice. You can always put your stuff in the box, tape it, and then put it in another box surrounded by bubble wrap, whatever you want, okay? But the overall results are very high-end happiness, which is important to me because, to be honest, guys, I've been 100% fair with almost every review I do on things, and even though they are one of my sponsors, I picked them for a reason. I picked them, okay, Gemini, because I sell comics, and I did that 2.5 years ago. They just came out just because I wanted Gemini and I wanted to get my 10% discount and I wanted you to all get a 10% discount. And they've been great with me. And now with this new box, I'm super happy. You have no idea how. Look, it saves me time. That's the most important thing to me. So I would suggest if you're interested in this product to give it a chance because of the reasons that I've said. And the majority of my customers had a very positive experience. Even if they didn't, they were happy it was in that box instead of another box. Does that make sense? What else was I going to say? So that's it. Gemini Comic Supply. Check them out online. If you're interested, if this is something that might help you or your business, you can always use Economics 10. But I wanted to make a full video and fully disclose everything. I will continue to use these boxes at my store for multiple reasons besides my own for you guys because I think they're cool to have after you get them for reshipping or putting your own collections in them or stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay sick. Thank you so much, Gemini, and love you guys. Economics 10 if you want to get something, save some money too. All right, peace.